Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys had an amazing week. This is Dr. Sean J. Harris of Generational Wealth Academy. And I wanted to share a topic today. I want to start doing more videos about how to. A lot of times I just do teachings, but I want to start showing you the how-tos to what we do as well. So what I want to talk about this morning is how to scale a kid's business. You know, I'm here in Atlanta, and I noticed that we have a lot of kids that sell bottled water at different intersections and highway, things like that. What's going on, Mr. Norris? So I want to talk about how to scale a business. I guess one of the key things we have to talk about, particularly in my culture, people that look like me, kids look like me, we're typically taught or exposed to two ways of making money, either being someone who carries a ball in their hand or a microphone. And there's so many different ways of creating income. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of share how you can scale up. So a lot of times people say, well, Sean, listen, I don't have money to invest in starting a company, so that's why I sell bottled water. Okay, that's a great start, at least to teach you the fundamentals and the principles of how to exchange commerce for products or services. So let's scale up though from the water bottle. So, because when you think about it, water, you're gonna only make about maybe $2 per bottle, buy a whole case of water for $3.78 at Walmart perhaps. So let's show you how to scale up, okay? Instead of selling water, well, when we sell water, we gotta teach our kids, if that's the route they're gonna go, is have them dress the part. Put on some khaki pants, put on a golf shirt, and be presentable. But let's scale that up. There's little bands, little rubber bands with the sayings and stuff on the side. Have your kid get some of those. They can go to Alibaba and order 500,000, whatever, for pennies on the dollar. But you can sell these for $5 perhaps, okay? And teach your children a business pitch. Listen, I'm selling these bands for the purposes of raising capital so that I can take part in this summer youth program on entrepreneurship, or as an intern, or as a follow-on program with a doctor. Kitty's gonna be doing a follow-on shadow program with her childhood doctor, pediatric, that actually helped bring her into the world. So she's going to be doing that over the summer because she has an interest in pediatrics as well as veterinarian services. So she's going to be doing that. So when you have a aim, a pitch, a purpose, then people will be more apt to donate or invest money in your child as opposed to buying a bottle of water. So, and I'm just going to be honest. If a child came to me and said, hey, would you invest in a $5 band for the purposes of, I'd be more willing, more apt to invest the $5 in a band that I probably won't wear than to invest $2 into a bottle of water that'd be gone in 45 seconds. So you got to understand the mindset of how people are thinking and what they're willing to invest in when it comes to your kids. So that's one thing. Let's scale up the business model as far as what our product or service is that we want our kids to demonstrate, and not just sell water. And if you're gonna sell water, if that's just a start, say, Sean, this is just where I'm at, I have to start here. Let's scale it up a little bit. Get Gatorade or something like that to set yourself apart from the competition, because everyone is selling water. Okay, and you got to realize businesses scale. That's the point of a business, is to be able to scale it. But here's one thing that many of you guys may not have known, that some of the biggest companies never started off as that. Many of you have heard of IBM. IBM, as you know it, in the computer industry and everything, that is not what they started off as. IBM started as a meat slicing company. They sold meat slicers. That was the beginning of IBM. McDonald's started off with Ray Kroc, who sold milkshake machines. He met with Dick and Maurice McDonald's. They collaborated ideas. He said, hey, look, you sell burgers and fries. I think these cool milkshakes will go great with burgers and fries here in San Bernardino, California. And that's the inception of McDonald's. But now look at what McDonald's is today. Okay, but that started from a milkshake salesman. So these are some things we have to look at as we're developing our processes when it comes to building businesses. Here's another idea for your kids. If your kids invested in postcards, now you can go out and get like 10,000 postcards, printable on the front and the back, for like maybe $400. That's the going price here in Atlanta. But watch this. When I sold real estate 20 something years ago, when I first started a real estate company, I had these plastic see-through cars with foil printing on it. I spent $250 for 1,000 cards. Back then, that was unheard of. People were like, why would you invest so much when you go to Vistaprint or something like that, you get 100 cards for $10? Well, one card could make a sale where I could make $3,000, $6,000, $10,000, $12,000 off one sale. And then I still had 999 more cards that had the possibility of doing the same thing. So do you understand? You got to look at your ROI. You got to look at the cost of the return on your investment. So with that, let's say that your kids can go and get promotional cards, or a business, for an example, can have promotional cards. The person may sell life insurance, real estate, dental office, you name it. Well, they can have these cards and give them to your kids and pay your kids a handsome salary or income to be able to disseminate those products for their business. Because the business owner don't want to go out and pass out flyers or promotional items, but your kids can do that. Now, here's the deal. I wouldn't necessarily go send the kids out to the mall to pass this stuff out. Send them to conferences. Just like you can find out what business conferences. Here in Atlanta, man, we got the convention center. This is like convention capital here in Atlanta. So imagine your kids going to the plumbers convention, to the National Real Estate Convention, to the Doctors Association, to pharmaceutical conferences, and they're able to pass out things for the other vendors on behalf of their company and get paid handsomely. But not just that, they're able to network at the event and be able to start putting themselves in a position where they can start getting into real career paths. They can get mentorship, network, and so forth. There's a guy I met probably about a year ago. I noticed he had a backpack on, but the backpack had a monitor, a LED monitor, TV screen basically, and it was advertising different companies. So again, you can scale up from the water bottle business up to that type of business. For some of you guys who are fortunate enough to have disposable income, who you can just invest in that for your kids, that's a great start. They're already out hanging out in the malls or at the skating rinks or the movie theater, stuff like that. Or again, they can now go as a walking billboard at major conferences. So think about the cars you see with the LED screens as advertising on the left side of the car, the right side of the car, on the roof, on the back of the car. Well, these are opportunities where your child now can become a walking billboard, and now they can take part in the revenue sharing of these companies to be able to create income. So that you see how that is way scalable than just selling bottled water. So you got to think creatively. Okay, these are the things that we do to build our kids' businesses, as we're always thinking creatively. How can they grow their business? Because a lot of times, we've all heard this before. People will ask kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, here's my question. Why do I have to wait to grow up to be? Think about that for a minute. There's no age limit on success. You shouldn't have to wait until you're 16 or 21 or 23 to reach a climate of success. I believe that kids can learn things, particularly financial literacy. That's what we specialize in our family unit, is that kids can specialize in learning business acumen, financial literacy at an early age. As soon as a kid can talk, start teaching them this kind of stuff. Before they can talk, teach them this kind of stuff. It goes in. It's like a database. Whether they regurgitate it back right then, that's not the thing, but just put it in, okay? That's gonna be super important. Here's another option too. A lot of you guys right here, I see the posts. You guys are like, hey, I got an AB student, I got honor roll. Well, watch this. Take that talent, that gift, that skill set, and turn it into a tutoring business. Instead of selling water, if your kid is good in math and good in science or STEM programs, have them start a business online teaching other kids. There's a lot of kids who may be in the 6th grade, but they're teaching high schoolers about math, about STEM, about science, all kinds of stuff like that, engineering. So these are some of the things we have to start looking at. Your kid may be musically or instrumentally inclined. They may play the violin, the trumpet, the trombone, the drums, or whatever it is. Take that skill set and convert it over into a revenue cash cow. Okay, so guys, these are just some of the things I was just kind of thinking about this morning. I woke up, Because I know a lot of people ask, well, how can I start a business? How can my kids start a business? Well, first you find out what their gifting is. Many times we're taught, go after your passion. You guys heard me say many times before, my passion is fishing. I thoroughly enjoy fishing. But fishing at my level does not make the income to sustain my lifestyle, okay? But your gift is something that you find very simple and easy to do that others find hard to do. That's your gift. What comes easy to you but hard for most, that's your gifting. And many times, most of the time, you'll find that your lifestyle can be sustained by your gift. Now, your gift can then pay for and fund and finance your passion. So today, my giftings can fund me to go deep sea fishing with my dad this weekend if I want to. Okay? It allows you to do the cool things in life that you want to do when you want to do it with whomever you want to do it with, or however long you want to do it with. Okay? So really sit down, figure out what your giftings are. Figure out what your kids' giftings are, your grandkids, and help fertilize those skill sets and talents. And you'll see that they can grow huge success in different finances. All right, guys, I got some things I got to take care of today. So I hope that was a great value add for those who had ears to hear and eyes to see. And have a tremendous weekend. Take some time this weekend. Put the barbecue grill aside, put the remote down, whatever, and at least take 30 minutes and just think about what you can do to move your family's life forward in the next coming weeks. As you guys always hear me say, time is running out. We're almost at the 6-month mark of the year, which means we're at halftime. Time is running out. Let's go.